Be very, very quiet. I am hunting Hot Wheels.
Howdy, friends and neighbors, and welcome to the next episode of Hunting with Miss Peg. Well, last weekend I went out hunting and ran across Bugwood Diecast Racing. I'll give a shout out to him, and we had a great time hunting Hot Wheels. And just yesterday I went over to his track and we threw down on some hard racing. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I want to thank Bugwood for inviting me over. But also, he presented me with this little car right here. I think it's a Dodge Charger. Let's see if we can get anything. And this is a lead bottom. This is one that he customized, and I was going to show you. Man, it's nice. Check that out. I mean, it's awesome. Heavy little thing too, buddy. It'll get down my track. I tried it. I put it against one of my fastest ones. Not the fastest, but I put it against one of my fastest cars. It half tracked it. I mean, it was already done, and the other car was just now revving its engine. But no, it wasn't that fast, but it was pretty fast and straight, man. It held true all the way down the track. So I really appreciate that. I'll probably do a video maybe in my next racing. There I'll do like a little halftime or something, a special edition at the end or something, and I'll show you just how fast this little guy is. He's something now. I really appreciate it. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it here. Here is something that I found. Rambling Wrecker. Let's see what that guy looks like. Do they call those saw blade wheels? I don't know what they call that, but that's pretty neat looking. It goes with the flames, don't it? And then if your car catches on fire and is alongside the road, well, he can just come along and hook you up and take you to wherever you need to go. Rambling Wrecker. Ooh, the Heat Fleet series. Alrighty. And then here is a Corvette. I've always had trouble with that name. Is that Saline? All I know is it's cool. Check that out. 68 Genco. Pretty neat. That's probably all I'd ever see of it right there as it goes away. Ooh, just probably faster than that, but yeah, man, that's a nice one. And here is a bone shaker. I'm getting my bone shakers back in stock. I ran through them there during the Halloween edition. I didn't have many to begin with, but I've started collecting these off and on. Well, it's just when I see them. I don't go out of the way and try to collect them, but it's pretty cool looking. He's got bone on the front of it, on the side of it there. It's pretty cool. I never had seen one this color, so I said, I'm going to grab it. Yeah. And right here, check this out. This is in the style of La Troca, I guess they call it. 49 Ford F1. He's pretty cool. He's got the Halloween on the side, the skull wheels. Too bad. Boy, if you could figure out a way to make those eyes glow, put like little LEDs on them or something. Now that would be sweet. Put little LEDs on the red LEDs for headlights. Not so much tail lights. That'd just be too scary. Nobody would drive it at that point. And here's a little short card. Copo Camaro. At first I thought maybe that was an error, because you see the silver here and the black here. But if you look at the picture, it's kind of black in the back, more silver in the front. So that's probably just the way they designed it. and that's okay. It'd be cool if it was an error. Short card error. Ooh, doggies. That's cool. Musclemania. Then here, I've noticed, and that's not a sticker. That's on there. And maybe that's one of those internationals because it doesn't say guaranteed for life, I don't think. So, but anyway, regardless, here is a rigor motor. I keep saying rigor mortis, but see if I can get it in the sun. I got the sun coming in through the window here. It's got some kind of metal flake paint. That's pretty cool. I always like those little skulls on the front. Hey, it's got Hot Wheels on the back. Neat little touch. And here's for all the truck people. I throw some trucks in there every now and then. A Dodge Ram 1500. Coolest to collect, it says. Well, they are pretty cool. He's pretty light though, man. I'm telling you, he'd probably go in the low 30s. They tried to put a little tire on the back. That's less than them little 20-mile, 20-minute tires. That's what I call them little spares. You're going to either get 20 miles or 20 minutes out of them. I make fun, but I tell you what, they are pretty stout. As long as you don't abuse them, they'll last you a good long time. Those little tires will. It'd be weird if a man was to put all four of them on his car. It'd be wild looking. Anyway, here's a 69 Corvette Racer from the race team. He acts like he wants to be fast. He's got a roll cage. That's in case he gets down around them dragons, see, and flips over. He won't become dragon bait. You know. Corvette. There you go. That's pretty cool looking. Got the helmet there. You know, it even shows a driver in there. It's, you know, you got to have a helmet when you drive these guys. Got to protect that noggin. And then here, you know, I've shown this car many, many times. But I just wanted to throw it out there to everybody to see what, is this really an error? Because I've seen see how the pinstripe is on the back? Talked to a person last weekend, and they claim that it's missing on both ends. And I told them mine only missing on the front. And they said, well, they've never heard of it, just missing on the front. But maybe he didn't really know. I don't know. But if somebody knows what the actual error is, or if that's just a variant, they meant to do that, it'd be pretty cool to know. Turn him on this way here. Looks like he's missing a little bit of paint there, but that's okay. But yeah, that's one of the slickest looking Chevelles. As this one of my friends said, that's pretty sweet. Then here's some FTEs, man, and it's a Chevelle. You know, if you're going to drive fast, I don't know if you'd want to have a convertible, but I guess if you've got the hair, let it fly. You know, as long as you don't fly away. If you got one of those wigs or toupees, you know, you'd be like, be gone. Be like that movie, Gone with the Wind. Imagine that. We can start our own series. Gone with the Wind, the FTE edition. Yeah, I like it. It's marketable. Then here, hey, he's trying to get loose. Well, he's a Hellcat. You know, those guys, they scratched their way out, but he's digging it. Wait a minute. Ha! Check that out. Now, get out of here. Is that timing or what? I swear I didn't plan that. That is cool, man. Thank you, Bugwood. That's sweet. That's a set right there, man. That is cool. I'll have to pull that guy out and that's what I'll do. I'll race these two together and say, look here. Just look at what the cybernetic version is compared to the Terminator. That's what we'll call it. The Dodge Terminator. Or is that could be trademark. We better watch that one. But anyway. Well, that's pretty cool. We'll set that back there just so I don't. Man, that was awesome. That made the video right there. All right, so here is a 56 Flash Cider. I saw this in a video. I can't remember whose video it was, but I picked this one up last weekend to add to my collection of the reds. He's pretty cool looking. Get in there, get some of that. Got the dark tinted windows. Man, you couldn't tell if those are steamed up or not. So, you know, if you're a father, you just have to knock on the door and see what's going on. If you're a father, you understand what I'm talking about. All right, moving right along here. We've got a Dodge Challenger drift car. Now, this is cool. I just like the graphics on this thing. It's got the Mopar. See how close we can get here. Mopar Dodge. That's pretty neat right there. Then here, hey, Easter egg. No, just kidding. It's an egg exclusive. 64 Corvette Stingray. That's the year I was born, 64, year of the dragon. Number 12. I guess Easter of 2012. Pretty cool. What's some of the others in that set? There's a Barracuda, a Firebird, a Mustang, a motorcycle even. That'd be a pretty cool set. And right here's a big wrecker. Well, rig wrecker, sorry. I guess you put him at the finish line. Tow away everyone that comes across the finish line on their top. You know, there's a few does that. Have to be careful of those guys. Wax on, wax off. What's it say there? Yeah. All right, Rockin' Rods Series, a Porsche 930. Check that out. 84 cents. Don't we wish there was 84 cents? Still. That would be cool. If they were still 84 cents. It's got some neat graphics on the top. What in the world? Oh, that's a guitar. Metal. Ooh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Get some Judas Priest going. Living After Midnight. Yes, buddy. You got another thing coming there. Now right here is, I've never seen this package. But there's 3 of them. I'd like to have that Impala. But anyway, 3 Kings Day. Not sure exactly what that signifies, but it's a Hummer. He's got knobby tires. He's got that ridge, so he might would go, if he would just fit. He's pretty wide. But now you got to remember those Hummers, they are wide, so they don't tip over too easy. Now, I don't know if that's a sunroof, a moonroof, or just an open space where you can climb out if you get in trouble. You never know. Let's see how close we can get. Focus. Come on, you can do it. There you go. That's a pretty sweet little ride right there. And then here, check this out. I can't get that hood to close. It's a little better. I guess I could work with it and close it. But anyway, it's a 65 Mustang. He's got a guitar. Whoa. With wings. Must be Aerosmith. Has Aerosmith got the wings? Can't remember. Lava lamp. Hey, there you go. Classic rock. That's what I'm talking about. I had a lava lamp when I was well, my mom did. Her dad bought her one. This was back in 1972. I can't remember if it was a Christmas gift or what, but it was red. It was about like that, but it was called a coachman's lamp, and it had like a little hood that went over top of it, and it exposed. I guess you could carry it, but I wouldn't that way. But man, it was cool. We thought that was the coolest thing back then. Sit and watch it. That was before we had too many video games and stuff like that. We had to find our own way to entertain ourselves. So we'd sit and watch a lava lamp. Pretty crazy to think about that nowadays. But anyway, here's a Porsche 935. It's a pretty neat little card, little delivery here with this. A Porsche 935. I guess the 24 means he's ready 24/7. Could be the year or two. A lot of times they do that. Yeah, probably the year. Boy, there's a lot of good ones in that set. Check that out. Like to have that set to run down the track. I hear a rival run. Uh-oh. Anyway, Olds 442. I may have shown this one before, but if not, well, right here it is. DJ. There was a old country western song. It was called BJ the DJ. I think it was an old trucker song. But if anybody's heard of that song, let me know in the comments. It's right up there with Give Me 40 Acres and I'll Turn This Rig Around. Come on back, trucker, and talk to Teddy Bear. But anyway, speaking of this one, it's a 442. Pretty cool. Might have to throw him on the track one day. Now right here is a cool color. 2012 Camaro ZL1. I kind of like it where it's just kind of like a flat color. It's got maybe got some sparkles in it. That's pretty cool. Wow! There you go. Get some of that now. Okay. What's this one? A Z28. Cool. Now, if this one's got a guitar in it, I'm just going to freak out right here. No, it's a fossil fuel. He's got a dinosaur on him. Yeah, I don't know what that word is. Pterodon. Yeah. He's pretty sweet. Get him over here where I can see. Yeah. Man, that's a good one. It's guaranteed for life, it says. Then here's a 99 Mustang. Kung Fu Force series. Hey, yeah! Kung Fu is strong in you. When you could take this Hot Wheel from my hand, you have graduated. Check that out, man. He's got fists going everywhere on the front of that. Don't mess with that guy. He'll punch your lights out. Then drive away. Hong Kong Phooey. Toyota, Mustang, Shadow Jet, and Mini Truck in the whole series. And here you go. Now this one, I had to pick this one up because I just like the way it looks. Batman versus Superman. Dun 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 dun. There you go. A Dodge Charger. RT. Let's see how close we can get. Gotham City Police Department. There you go. That's what they drive. You know, some people speculate that Bruce Wayne bought all these for him, but you never know. Just say, look the other way. I'm going to apprehend this villain here, and you guys just take some rest there. No, I'm just kidding. 212. But I thought that was pretty cool. And he's pretty light. He might even come under the 30-gram mark. Who knows? And here's one. New for 2015. And it's best for track. Whoa. Well, let's race. Corvette Grand Sport Roadster. I like this casting. He does fairly well on my track. I don't know if he does any good on other people's tracks, but this casting does okay. He don't win a whole lot, but he manages to work his way up the ladder. I do have one or two that has made it up into the number 2 and 3 spots. Then right here is Monte Carlo Super Sport 86 version. Monte Carlo. Man, I like those. We was on the Parkway one night, out riding around, and we decided to go to another town, and we had to use the Parkway. It was the Daniel Boone Parkway at one time. Now it's Hal Rogers. But anyway, we got passed by one of these guys, and I'm telling you, just in a few seconds, we just seen his taillights, and then next thing you know, we didn't see him anymore. We hoping he didn't run over a hill, but I think he just got away from us. He was moving on. That's when I kind of fell in love with these guys. They're a nice looking ride. And then here, now this color is going to knock your eyes out. Check that out. See if we can get somewhat of a sun check here. Clean these off a little bit here. Check that out. Man, that's nice. 69 Corvette. Dun 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 dun. They match the bottom. But that color just, and then the interior, silver. I guess if you've got a car that looks like that, you can afford to put silver inside. But what about the silver prices? That would be expensive now to do that. All right, and then here's a little short card. 67 Camaro. In case you don't know, I like Camaros. Check it out. And it's a metal base. Camaro. I like that color. And those with that blue tinted wheels. Check that out. It's got that little blue edge around it. That just sets it off. It's from the Dream Garage. Yeah. That thing costs so much, I just can only dream about it, I guess. Now here, I saved these two for last because I got these at a pretty cool deal. Check this out, a Ferrari 308, the Quicksilver series. I think they were $1.99. This one was, and maybe $2. You know, it's just a penny difference. But anyway, I was at a vendor's mall and standing in line to check out, and one of the vendors come in with a big old tote full of Hot Wheels, and I said, "Are you getting ready to put those out?" And he said, "Yeah." So I followed him to his booth, and he said, "Here you go." I said, "Check them out." He said, "Whatever you don't get, I'll hang on the pegs." And there were two of these. I gave one of them away to a good friend of mine, and that was pretty cool. Timing is everything, they say. Timing is everything. So there's that one, and then here's the last one. Rocket Rods series, 355 Ferrari. That's pretty cool. I'm not an avid collector of Ferraris because it's got a metal base, but because they tend to demand a higher price. But whenever I see one at a decent little price, I'll try to pick it up. And I've grabbed a few. That's pretty decent. Like that last one I showed you, $2. I give $2 for a Ferrari any day. Alrighty, well, that's it for today. That's Miss Peg was very kind to me, but that right there that made the video right there. I crack that baby open. Let's do it. I can't help it. Wow, that's cool. That's just cool. Big difference in the weights. If I had my scales here, I'd show you, but I'd have to dig them out and set it, get them turned on and everything. The video's already a little long, so I want to thank everyone for watching, and I really appreciate everybody, and everybody have a good day, and we'll talk at you later.